Good morning, everyone. Guten Morgen to everyone in Germany and all around the world. Welcome. My name is Ryan Macaniana. I'm the PR and Communications Director for the San Jose Earthquakes, and we're here for a historic day. We're here to announce the introductory press conference for the newest member of the Earthquakes family, German forward Timo Werner. I'm joined by Sporting Director and Head Coach, five-time MLS Cup champion Bruce Arena, and also our newest member of the Earthquakes family, Timo Werner. We'll start with some questions from the media. Thank you all for attending, and we'll get to it. The first question will come from Jeff Carlisle of ESPN. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for doing this. My question is for Timo. I know that you and Bruce met in December over in Germany, but what was it about this project that attracted you and helped you decide to sign with the San Jose Earthquakes?
First of all, hello to everyone. And thank you for being up this early. I think, it's not too early. No, in general, I'm very happy to sign for the San Jose Earthquakes now. And like you said, Bruce came over to me in December. We had a good 2 days in Leipzig. It was not that hard to convince me from the project. I think the whole thing, his career, the things he achieved with other teams, with the national team, and also with the program, or the whole thing, what he showed me with the San Jose Earthquake, what he wants to do with the team, was impressive for me. It was way more enough to convince me to come to the Bay Area, to come to San Jose, to come to this city, to this whole area, enjoying playing football there, and at the end to achieve something together. And I'm really looking forward to that. And it was not that hard to convince me to get this plan done.
Thank you, Jeff. Do you have a follow-up?
I'm good.
Okay. We'll move on. Our next question comes from Harold Gutman from the San Jose Mercury News Bay Area News Group. Harold.
Hi, Timo. Welcome. You said Bruce, it wasn't hard for him to convince you to come. What did he tell you exactly that convinced you?
The general things. I think he presented me a little bit the team, how he wants to play, how his idea about football is, how he, especially how he handled player before. I think he had the pleasure to train a lot of very, very good players in his career already. He straight away gave me the feeling that I'm really important for him, for the club, for the whole area, to create something, not even with the teams, even though with the, create something for the whole Bay Area to be, successful again. And of course, the football part, I think he showed me where my strengths are, where he wants to bring me in the best positions. And I think over my career, I got the feeling now with nearly 30 who I can trust and who not. And Bruce was straight away a person who I could trust immediately, and thought, this guy sees me in his picture, and the whole picture with the San Jose Earthquakes. And to play in the system doesn't matter if it's a different system, but he wants to play a kind of football everywhere he'd been. And that was, really impressive for me to hear that, to hear his idea. And I can saw myself going into that, or see myself going into that, and being a big part of it, and also enjoying myself to play in a system and also in a team like that.
Harold, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, if I could just so I guess, Bruce, you talked about how you were going to put Timo in a good position. How do you plan on using him?
Well, Timo's a talented player, and I'm very confident in his abilities and his ability to adjust to our team and our league quickly. And I think the responsibility is on me to utilize him properly. And he's obviously going to play in some type of attacking system, either a second nine or a wide attacker. But we'll position him in the best place to take advantage of his talents. You know, he's a technical player. He has good pace. He has a history of scoring goals, and you know, although he's hasn't played a lot of minutes lately, you know, his history tells you that he's quality, and I'm confident in a short period of time he'll get into a good rhythm and be a very good attacking player for our team. And the other part is he has great experience. He's embracing this opportunity, and I think he's going to be a good leader on our team, and we're going to be really thrilled to have him here. And I'll be a little bit patient. You know, we have to give him a little bit of time to adjust to San Jose and to the league, but in time, I think he's going to be a very good player for us.
Right. Thank you, Harold.
Recording in progress.
Our next question comes from Justin Ruderman from MLSsoccer.com. Justin, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Hi, Timo.
Hi.
I'm just from the league perspective, what have you seen of MLS so far? What are your thoughts on the league? And did you potentially have a chat with any of the German superstars already here? Thomas Muller, Forsberg, Royce, somebody like that?
Yeah, I think because of the time difference, I didn't watch a lot of games, but here and there I watched some games, because when we had, like, for example, late games in Germany, and we had, like, couldn't sleep after the game, I always watched, like, some MLS matches, and I definitely know that it's not a league where you can underestimate. I think you have a lot of, even I think it gets bigger and bigger, and you have a lot of players with a lot of talent, more and more players. Young players go over to Europe and play there for some good teams. So the quality is very high in the league. I think very competitive. Of course, I have some friends in New York who I played with, who I talk regularly because we are good friends. I have some friends from the national team who plays in different teams at the West Coast now. So yeah, of course we chat with each other, and they gave me a little bit of what I have to expect. But in general, nothing what feared me. I think it was something who I really or I think I will enjoy a lot. So yeah, they gave me all the positive vibes for the move to going to the MLS and play there, and also, like, even they say sometimes you have big traveling or something like that. It's something who motivates me, or also, like, who gives me a bit of joy to travel around the country, see different parts of the world, and that makes it very, very easy to me for me, and to having fun for all this what's coming up. And yeah.
Perfect. And you sort of answered it there, and you talked about why San Jose, but why was this the right time for you to come to MLS, both personally and professionally?
Yeah, I mean, I think I have. It's not a secret that I have a tough time the last 6 months. Even though in Tottenham it was not that easy at the end. Even there, I played still some minutes or a lot of games over the last year at Tottenham. But yeah, the last 6 months were not that easy. And of course, I thought about in summer already going to the MLS or going somewhere else. But for me, the right decision was to stay in Leipzig because of several reasons. And yeah, no, after 6 months not be involved in a team like you wanted to be involved in a football team, and not doing that what you enjoyed over the last 14, 15 years, you wanted to go back in this business. So you wanted to go back in the daily work, to work every day in the pitch with the aim to play on the weekend, winning trophies, winning games, winning everything. And that was what was motivating me to say, yeah, I think it's the right time to make a step. Don't be in Leipzig for the next 6 months and look at the summer. I think now, especially because MLS was always a big theme for me in the past, to have this experience America, to have the experience to playing in a good club, in a nice area, and having some experience for my life, and that's why the MLS was the right decision now, because the starts now, so I'm there from the beginning, from the season, and that's all points where I was really looking forward to that, and that's why I decided for that move now.
Okay, Justin, any other questions?
All good. Thank you.
We will move on to Noah Furtado from the San Francisco Chronicle. Noah?
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Timo, I'm just curious, how did you handle, you mentioned the last 6 months, how did you handle that process? You've accomplished a lot in your career, and to, I guess, be put in that position, wasn't something you were really used to. So, what got you through that time?
Yeah, you're right. I think it was a difficult time. I never experienced something like that in my career. I was always used to playing, of course, at the top level, when you play for top teams, when you compete for the Champions League title, for your Europa League title. It always could be that you maybe sit 1 or 2 games on the bench, or you have a period of a month where you're not playing regularly, but normally that always changed. So for the last 12 years, I was always in competitive football, always regularly playing on the weekends. So it was something new, and still I had some people maybe say it was the wrong decision to do that, but for me it was exactly the right thing. I had the opportunity to go to MLS now. I had the 6 months at Leipzig. I trained well. I had some still very good friends at Leipzig. I had, apart from the football, we had a good time together. We played a lot of games. Still, I was involved in some games where I traveled with the team. I had a good time. At the end, with the football, it didn't work out anymore. But of course, being around in Germany, having your family around you, having friends in the team, where are not like friends in the team, they are more than friends apart from football. So it was not only a bad time staying at Leipzig. Of course, for the football, maybe for the career, it was not the optimum, but that's why I changed it now. That's why I want to go back into this business, want to go to San Jose. Going back as fast as possible to winning games. And I'm really excited, really looking forward that this time of my career is now over, and I'm back in playing football and being successful again.
Yeah, follow-up.
Yeah, Timo, what did you learn about yourself in terms of trying to manage your own expectations when you're not?
What? Sorry, can you say it again, please?
What did you learn about yourself as you're kind of navigating that process of not playing football, to the level and as much as you're used to? Like, how did you manage your own expectations?
Of course. I think when you have a time what is a bit difficult and you don't play that much, and you had the period or the whole career before, you always were used to playing, also used to winning something. I mean, that's not only about like, I didn't play football to only that I enjoy my football. I also wanted to win titles. I want to win games, and I always had this before in my career. So of course that was tough. There was also to swallow something like that was not easy every time. But at the end, if you sometimes have more time outside of the football, you learn doing things differently. I think every football is on a point in his career when he will finish, and then the football will be gone completely. So then you have to handle yourself as well. And I think it was a little bit like that. I had a bit of taste how it could be when I finished my career. And to be honest, of course, it was tough to see your teammates competing on the Saturday. But on the other side, you had time with your family, you had time with your friends, you had time for other things. And you learned that life is not sometimes always about football, always about winning. Because, after career, you also have to still live like 50, 60, 70 years. So, there was a bit time to see also a different person, a different kind of me, what's happening if football is not there anymore. But I enjoyed this time as well. I had time with my family, I had time with my friends. But the most important thing I learned that that I miss the football and that I love the football. And in this time, I think sometimes when you are playing 13, 14 years every day, every 3 days, every weekend you compete. Sometimes you get a bit not bored, but maybe exhausted. But now after that, I had the feeling that I'm not done, and that I'm really looking forward to going back into football, going back into competing, being on the pitch, being in another changing room, learning some different characters, also train with different characters, and winning something with different characters. And that is something also in football that makes it very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Appreciate it, Timo.
Any others? Okay, thank you. No, next question comes from Joseph Lowry from Backhill. Go ahead, Joseph.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Bruce and Timo, for doing this. My question is for you, Bruce. You mentioned Timo's pace. How do you provide service to him in a way that maximizes that pace? Maybe a broader shift to attack a bit more in transition, or I know there's still roster flexibility open in terms of signing a number 10 to thread passes into him. How do you think about maximizing that part of his game?
Well, like with any team in training, we get to know the personalities, the characteristics of players, and in a short period of time, our players are going to understand Timo, and Timo's going to understand our players, and we'll become a compatible unit and take advantage of the things he does well. And that's my job as a coach, to organize that properly. But I think you could hear from this press conference that Timo is a really bright, articulate person and a good professional. And as I listen to Timo today, I'm just beaming with the fact that we have hit a home run. We have the right kind of player coming here, and his ambitions are there. He wants to prove something. He'll be dedicated. He'll be a great leader on our team, and I know in a short period of time, he'll make the adjustment, and we'll make the adjustment to the player. And I think this is going to be a real positive move for Timo and for our team. I think he's just an outstanding personality and a quality player, and I'm very confident that he's going to see a lot of success here.
Do you have follow-up, Joe?
Yeah, Bruce, I guess just as a follow-up to that, obviously there is a lot of roster flexibility still that you all have. How do you think about using that potentially even in this winter window?
Well, I think we will have 1 or 2 additions to our team before opening day. And, we've been in preseason now for 3 weeks, and we are so far ahead of our team last year. The quality has been good. It's been real positive. And then the addition of Timo and perhaps 1 or 2 other players, I think we're really going to be a very competitive team this year. So I'm excited. We've done a lot here with the club. We've improved our facilities. We have some excellent training fields now. Our stadium surface is improved. We have a new team dining hall, a team meeting room. Ownership has really supported us over the past year. So I think 2026 is going to be a real good year for the Earthquakes. We have to be patient, but we have enough quality that I think we're going to be a very competitive team this year, and Timo's going to play an important role in that.
Any more questions, Joe?
No, thank you. That's great. Appreciate it, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Our next question comes from Robert Jonas, Quakes Epicenter. Robert, floor is yours.
Thank you. Timo, I assume you're still over in Europe, so good evening to you. I wanted to kind of follow up. Bruce mentioned one of the qualities he's looking forward to welcoming in San Jose is your leadership. And you've had a lot of time as both a player, but even when you're not on the bench, you're watching, you're kind of paying attention to the game. You're seeing how things go in that situation. What are the qualities you see that are going to make you an impactful leader for the team, for the organization when you arrive here in San Jose?
I think it's always difficult to say what the team needs. I mean, you always have different personalities, different characters in teams. I think the Chelsea team I played in was completely different to the Tottenham team. That was completely different to both Leipzig teams I played in. I think it's always important to react to and get know all the people and react to that how they are. But normally I can only talk about me. I'm a very open person. At the beginning, when people get to know me, I'm maybe a bit more relaxed. But when I open up, when I feel very comfortable in the team, I'm very open. I make jokes. I'm like there for everyone. I'm like or hoping to be there for everyone, to helping each other, to be around each other, to do also something outside of the pitch, not being like I don't know, a player coming from Europe only want to be there and show I won the Champions League or something else. No, I want to be part of the team. I want to be a team player, a team leader, and I want to help each other, and I want to help the other guys. And I think for me, what I see over the last few years, I've always it went always good for me when I be myself, and that is like a open person who do jokes with other people, who is like a happy guy who is around or being around the other people, and that's important for me. I think a good atmosphere in the team makes it good and a calm head, and at the end that's what we need on the pitch. And I think that's what I want to say also the other teams. I think it doesn't make sense to be always like full of tension and full overthinking in the games. You have to be, of course, you know what the game is about, but you have to be relaxed, and that's what I want to try to bring in the team, to be also in difficult moments, to be relaxed, to get in there, to know we are good enough. And I think over the next few weeks, months, and when the guys get to know me better, I think they realize what kind of guy I am, and hopefully I can give a bit of this relaxedness to the other people, and then we can achieve a lot of good things.
And Timo, you mentioned the perspective you gained in Leipzig recently, especially without as much playing time and time with family, time with friends, and the kind of the mortality of one's careers becomes more apparent. Does that build a hunger to kind of really kind of grasp this opportunity? You mentioned the winning mentality, but that's something San Jose has lacked in the past. Do you see coming into the situation where you are expected to be the star of this team, providing you with that hunger, that motivation?
Of course, I think it would be absolutely the wrong thing to don't have this hunger. Of course, when I come to the teams before, we always had ambitions, but at the end, we always as a team, because sometimes when I said like I go to the teams and I always get a bit of love at the beginning when I said I came here to win a title, and at the end I said I delivered. Of course, I'm not always delivered by myself, and I'm not be the own player who changed a team to winning titles. But at the end, I know how a team has to work to win titles, and I always was part of teams who winning titles. And I think this knowledge and this hunger bringing to a team maybe who didn't achieve that much in the past, I think maybe that's the last thing what is needed to win something. At the end, maybe the quality is more than enough. I don't know. I didn't see it yet, but definitely, I think, like Bruce said, and I trust him 100% when he said the team is good and he is confident about the team. Me too. So when I come there and have this in mind, I bring the hunger. I bring also the knowledge and this confidence of winning something already. And compared with the quality what we have for sure, makes us a dangerous team. At the end, I think you always see I followed MLS a bit, especially at the playoffs. It's always a bit of a lottery at the end. Sometimes the first of a league wins everything, 70 points. They go out in 3 games against the 8th. That could be because you need only one bad game and you're out. So also on the other way around, maybe the league is not always the important thing. You have to be there at the 5 games in the playoffs to win the title at the end. So that's how easy it sounds. It is that easy. So I'm really looking forward bringing all this stuff, all my knowledge, all my qualities to the club, and helping those guys and also myself to winning something. And I think that's all we football players play for. Because at the beginning, when you want to start the things, you always see these guys. For me in the past, it was, I don't know, Zidane, Ronaldinho lifting trophies. And in the past, it was other players. So you always want to be like this person, people. And that's how we want to be also part of history and create new history at San Jose now.
Thank you. And Bruce, if I could kind of follow up on that, and first off, congratulations. This arguably is one of the biggest signings in Earthquake's history. Um, Number one, when do you expect Timo to arrive and be able to begin integrating into the team? And then, given that the magnitude of the signing, and assuming you're not going to surprise us with even bigger signings in the next couple of weeks, how is that going to help with the roster building? Once this piece is in place, how is it helping in kind of identifying those couple of players you mentioned?
Well, we know what our targets are in terms of adding players to the team. Timo's going to obviously we have to go through a work permit, and that takes usually a couple of weeks. So he'll be in San Jose close to the opening game. And Timo and I had a good laugh yesterday. He wants to basically get off the plane and play right away. So I'm looking forward to that and all. But getting Timo on the roster clearly identifies a need that we had. And there's another target we have right now that I'm hopeful in the next week we can secure, and then I think we're going to be in good shape. We have a good roster. We have decent depth, and I'm really pleased as to where we are right now. And the addition of Timo is going to be great. When he arrives, is certainly going to be relevant to his work permit and when we can get that done. But I'm sure it'll be completed before our first game, and he'll be ready to go. And we'll be patient with Timo as well. I know he's very anxious to get on the field and show the kind of player he can be, and we're excited about that. But things are headed in a positive direction here. Timo's in fold now, and as I said, there'll be one or two other additions, hopefully over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Alex Labadou from Goal.com. Alex?
Thanks, everyone. Quick one for you, Bruce. Forgive me if this has been already answered, but how did this whole recruitment start? How does this whole recruitment process start with Timo? Like, what was the pitch like, and like, how did you get to this point?
Well, once we were aware of his availability, we inquired with his representative here in the U.S. as well as in Germany, and went through the process of seeing whether there would be interest in Timo coming to MLS. And we spent time with obviously looking at Timo over the last couple of years, and felt that he'd be a very good addition to our team. And then just getting to know Timo and going through the process, and it was really about a couple of months we've gone through this. But when I went to Germany in December and had the opportunity to meet with Timo and his wife, I just felt that he was such a perfect addition to our team. And we continued over the last month or so to try to complete a transfer agreement and a personal contract, and we were able to do that. But all along, I thought it was a very positive process, and he had a sincere interest, so that was really positive, and we really made Timo our priority. So we spent a lot of time. I spoke with ownership on this, and they were very supportive. But when I went to Germany in December to meet with him, I just thought that we're very fortunate if we could acquire him, and it worked out. And we're thrilled by it, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of positive things ahead.
What was that initial conversation like? Like, is there anything you can share about just what his views of San Jose was like, what his views of you were like, what his views of MLS were like?
I think when everyone talks about California, they always talk about LA. So we had to explain, San Jose and San Francisco are different than LA and all. But the one positive that I think Timo liked is that we said that there was 300 days of sunshine here in San Jose. And my first 3 weeks of preseason, I can tell you that is the case. But, we gave him, as much information as we could about our club, the things we're trying to do to make it better. And this area, this is one of the great places in our country to live in. So I think once we were able to educate educate Timo and his wife to San Jose and the Bay Area, I think he was impressed by that, and I think he understood the excitement we have in trying to elevate our club. So yeah, that was the process, really educating Timo about the environment here in San Jose, both on the pitch and off. And I think it was something that interests him, and obviously we were able to convince him to sign with our club.
Last one from me. You've been around this league since it started. How much have transfers changed since like when you were first in the league versus now?
How much have transfers changed?
Yeah, like
You know,
how has it evolved since like when you first started with the league versus now? Like the
well, in
recruitment
'96,
process.
we were coming off the '94 World Cup in the United States, and we were fortunate to bring in some big name players at the time, but players a little bit older. I had Echeverry in DC. We had Donadoni in New York, and Campos in LA. So we had Valderrama in Tampa. So we had some of those big name players, but a lot of them were towards the end of their careers. Now you can see that we're getting international players that have a lot of years left, and they're still growing as players. And I think with the 2026 World Cup being in the United States, the following year, 2027, we're going to have some really elite players in our league, and the league continues to grow. And you can see by the signings that the clubs have had this year. That the league is growing tremendously, and I know it's a goal of our ownership in the league to be a top 5 league in the world, and we're getting closer to that. And it's such an exciting time. We're in the 30th year of the league, and we continue to grow. 30 teams, which is highly unusual for a league around the world, and we continue to draw the interest of great players around the world. And I think over the next couple of years, MLS is going to be a really priority for a lot of players around the world. And I think it's going to be a real positive after this World Cup. So we're all excited about where we are. I've been here from the start. I had 9 years with the national team, but rest of the years in MLS, and this is as exciting as it's been over 30 years, and I think we have such a positive future. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited about this club, where we're at right now and where we're headed, and I'm really excited about having Timo as a part of the San Jose Earthquakes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We'll do a question here in English from Frank Delapa from the Boston Globe, our series of questions, and then we'll do a couple of German questions after that. So, Frank, the floor is yours.
Great, Bruce. This is for Bruce. You kind of already answered this, but you've transformed a couple of teams, the Revolution and now San Jose too. So, just sort of what's the goals, and how soon can you achieve them, and how much does with San Jose, and how much does Timo play a part of that?
Well, certainly Timo plays a part of it. We're going to be an improved club this year. Where we're headed in 2026 is, I think we're headed in a positive direction. Where that takes us, I can't tell you right now. These MLS seasons are very challenging, and it's an unusual year in MLS because we're going to have the break for the World Cup. So the season's kind of split, and it's in that sense, it's a little bit awkward. So it'll be challenging for all the clubs. And from the past, Frank, the way I operate with teams is I need a year or two to get a good feel for where we're headed. And I think year one was real positive for me in understanding this environment, what our club's about and where we need to go. And I think in a short period of time, we've made a lot of progress. So what are our goals this year? Obviously to be a better team, to be a playoff team. And, in MLS, if you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. So I just think there's a lot of positive things ahead for our club. And as I said, I think Timo will play a big role in that as well.
Any follow-ups, Frank, or is that it?
No, that's great. Thanks.
Appreciate you. Now move on to a couple of German questions, and then and then after that, back to the English questions. We have one from Jürgen Schmeider from SE. Jürgen?
Hi, yeah, I'm here. Timo, danke, dass du dir Zeit nimmst. Ihr habt es beide schon ein bisschen angesprochen. Es ist mehr als nur Teil eines Kaders oder Clubs zu werden, sondern es ist eine neue Kultur. Du bist weg von Freunden, musst dich in eine Stadt eingewöhnen. Weißt du, worauf du dich einlässt? Gibt es Hilfe von San Jose, dass die sagen, also wir wollen nicht nur, dass du dich als Fußballer wohlfühlst, sondern wir wollen schon, dass du dann auch noch im Jahr sagst, hier gefällt es mir in San Jose, so wie Müller sagt, in Vancouver ist eine geile Stadt, hier will ich auch bleiben. Gibt es da was, worauf du dich vorbereitest, um die Stadt kennenzulernen, und wie helfen dir die Earthquakes dabei?
Ja, also ja, 100%. Ich auf Deutsch, oder?
I don't care.
Ryan, should I answer in German or in
Yeah,
English?
you can answer this one in German. Because
Okay. Also 100%. Ich glaube, ich war schon oft in Amerika. San Francisco und die Bay Area und San Jose waren jetzt leider noch nicht dabei, deswegen konnte ich dazu noch nicht so viel sagen. Aber bei den Treffen mit dem Trainer hat er mir schon Bilder gezeigt. Er hat mir PowerPoints, Videos haben sie mir zusammengeschnitten. Ich wurde, glaube ich, schon 3 oder 4 Mal zu 49ers eingeladen, zu den Warriors, zu den Sharks. Also sie haben mir auch schon ganz klar gemacht, was für andere Attraktionen die Städte nebenbei auch noch haben. Und deswegen freue ich mich einfach. Ich glaube, ich war schon mal in LA, deswegen ich weiß so ungefähr, wie es in Kalifornien abläuft. San Francisco soll, ich habe mich informiert, weil viele Freunde dort schon waren, auch Freunde von Familie von Freunden dort wohnen und die alle sehr, sehr begeistert waren. Deswegen, ich freue mich sehr darauf. Natürlich ist es trotzdem ein Sprung ins Blaue und man muss sich erstmal gewöhnen, weil ich glaube, Amerika ist trotzdem etwas anderes als Europa. Aber wir freuen uns sehr. Ich, meine Familie, auch meine Freunde, die dann auch alle dort bestimmt auch mal rüberkommen. Wir freuen uns sehr auf die Gegend. Ist Silicon Valley, ich glaube, es ist weltbekannt, mit der berühmtesten Leute wohnen da teilweise auch. Und ich freue mich einfach dahin zu kommen, eine neue Kultur zu entdecken und auch an einen Ort zu kommen, wo man wirklich so ein bisschen, mein Lieblingsurlaubsort in Europa ist Mallorca, ist so ein bisschen das Mallorca von Amerika, und deswegen freue ich mich da einfach drauf.
Und die Anschlussfrage ist, was machst du konkret? Also wo willst du gern wohnen? Wer kommt mit? Also es gibt ja manche, die nehmen die Familie mit, manche lassen es lieber daheim. Und die Anschlussfrage dann ist, was hast du denn abseits des Spielfelds so vor? Also willst du tatsächlich, wie du sagst, zu den Warriors gehen? Ich will Berühmtheiten kennenlernen, ich will hier vielleicht im Silicon Valley mir Firmen anschauen, investieren, oder sagst du, nee, ich spiele hier Fußball und will ansonsten meine Ruhe?
Also auf jeden Fall. Viel Familie wird mitkommen. Es werden auch immer wieder Freunde kommen, die uns besuchen. Das wurde schon angekündigt. Also ich werde jetzt dort nicht alleine sein. Ich werde schon, weil es halt auch wirklich für viele Leute auch ein sehr lohnenswerter Trip ist. Wir haben mit der WM, Österreich spielt dort, viele Freunde von mir werden dort sein, die bei Österreich spielen. Also deswegen, es werden schon viele Leute auch vorbeikommen, und das andere ist 100%. Ich glaube, jeder, der in die MLS geht und vor allem in so eine schöne Gegend, würde lügen, wenn er nur für den Fußball dahin gehen würde. Natürlich ist der Fußball das oberste Ziel und man will gewinnen, aber ich glaube, gerade so eine Stadt wie San Jose mit der Bay Area, mit San Francisco, mit den Warriors, 49ers, dem ganzen Drum und Dran, Silicon Valley, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Meta oder was da alles gibt, das sind alles Sachen, was auch mit dem Trainer, wo der Trainer bei mir gesagt hat, schau her, wir haben hier super Sachen, wo du dir auch anschauen kannst zu den Warriors gehen. Wir haben ein super NFL-Team, wir haben ein super NHL-Team, wir haben ein Baseball-Team, und wenn du Apple angucken gehst, wir haben Stanford, wir haben Berkeley, 2 Universitäten. Also es gibt sehr, sehr viel, was man dort mitnehmen kann, und ich will das auf jeden Fall auch mitnehmen, weil diese 2,5 Jahre sollen nicht nur für den Fußball erfolgreich werden, die sollen auch fürs Leben erfolgreich werden, weil ich glaube, mal zu behaupten zu können, man hat 2,5 Jahre in Kalifornien gelebt zu haben oder vielleicht auch länger, ist schon was Besonderes, und deswegen will ich das auf dem Platz, aber auch neben dem Platz voll genießen.
All right. Thank you, Jürgen. We have another German journalist, Javier Cáceres. Are you available? Javier?
I should be. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Fine. Timo, German or English? Well, the colleagues can listen
Deutsch.
better.
Ja, ach so, mir ist egal.
It's the same to me. Well, I was listening to you saying that it was a tough time the last 6 months, and I'm recalling all the press conferences of your last coach here, Timo Werner, who always said that you were acting very professionally, that you were training very well. Nevertheless, you suffered a lot by not playing. Did you really ever had a real chance to make it into the first 11 or to the second 11, at least to get number of minutes at Leipzig? Or why didn't you play?
I mean, it's a tough question though. I mean, the situation was clear from the beginning. I think both sides knew what they are at all. I don't know what to say, but both sides knew in which position they are. And of course, I thought maybe with giving some quality in training and present myself, that would change. But for that to change, I think more reasons had to be some more reasons for that it would come like that would be necessary. I mean, first of all, the team delivered. They won a lot of games, so there was no need for change. There was no need for giving a Timo Werner a chance. And on the other side, I knew that I was in this position. I accepted that. I tried to give my best in training, not for only presenting myself or showing that I'm still a good player, also for myself. I wanted to also compete in training, to give my best, because I knew that at least in summer, but now in winter, it will change and I will be back in a team where I want to be competitive and I want to be back in a starting 11. And I think if I really had the chance, I don't know, I think for that other people could say it better than me, but at the end it was like it happened like it happened. And for me that was totally fine. Now I think that's in the past. Now it's the future is coming, and for me the future is playing a lot of games, being successful in California, in San Jose, and of course with the other team, I don't know. I think other people could tell you that better than me.
Okay, if a brief personal question: did you ever witness an earthquake, and if so, well, how was it like?
No, not yet. But I hope that it stays like that, and hope that I don't have to, get some of these earthquakes. But of course, I know that they could happen there. But I think, normally that should be fine, and maybe we are the reason for the earthquakes in the Bay Area from now on. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
We'll move on to Kevin Wynn from the SF Standard. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hello, Timo. Congratulations. What have you already noticed about the makeup of this squad? Are there any players that have caught your eye or excite you? And
I mean, I didn't go into that detail so far. I knew we have a good squad, like Bruce said. He explained me already how some of the players, how they play, how the style of the general of the team is. But I think it's difficult to say it 12 hours away from a team to make a clear view of how the strengths of the teams is, or how certain players are playing, or how I can link up with some of the players. But in general, that will come pretty soon. I think when I arrive in San Jose and I see the first trainings, I see straight away the qualities in the team, and I think I'm looking forward to that, because I think there are a lot of qualities in the team where I can link up, where where they or where we as a team can be a good competitive team. But to go into detail, that was not the moment so far.
Yeah. And Bruce, a lot of veterans who produced for you last year have left the squad in this window. How much of that was maybe influenced by budgeting for this impending Timo move, or was it more about setting a new tone at the top of the team for you?
It was about setting a new tone, and I think it was addition by subtraction. I think the moves he made in the offseason make our team stronger, and that was the goal we had here. Ownership has been very supportive, and I think we're headed in the right direction. And obviously, in the offseason, we set a goal to try to bring in 3 players to supplement our current roster, and Timo's obviously one of them, and I think we have 1 or 2 others that'll be on the way, and I think we're exactly where we want to be. So I'm pretty confident in getting our team prepared for 2026.
Yeah, and I think sometimes maybe lost in last season is that the trust you started to place in a lot of young players. Do you feel like you can lean on even more youth this year?
I do. We have some really good young players, and I think they got beat up a little bit last year, and in trying to get the experience that they needed. And we can see that they've already benefited from the experiences they had in 2025, and they're going to be better players, and it'll make our team better as well. So we have a good blend of youth and experience, and I think it's a real positive for our club.
Great. And where on the squad are you still trying to maybe shore up the numbers or strengthen?
Well, we'll add another attacking player, I believe, in the next week or 2, and we're pretty pleased with our play in the goal in preseason. Defensively, I think we're going to be a much improved team, and in the midfield we have experience now in Vieira, and Bo LaRue is a year old. He's going to be a good player, and I think Nico Sakaris is going to be very impressive this year. So I think we're headed in the right direction. We have, as I said, we have a good blend of young players as well as experienced players.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Our next question will come from Fabian Rankel from Kickbase. Fabian.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for the time. Timo, my question's for you. When coming to the States, you've had a couple of teammates that have made it over here to MLS. One specifically that made it pretty recently was Son. Have you spoke to Son at all about playing in MLS, or have you spoke to any former teammates about playing in the league? Thank you.
Yeah, of course I spoke to Sonny. We became good friends at Tottenham. Also about the short period, we had some good conversations about different things. But I knew when he went to LAFC, he told me before. So it was really interesting to see that he goes and make this move. But also after it gets announced, he texted me straight away and said, "Welcome to MLS." And I'm really looking forward to play against him. I think there will be a good matchup against these teams. Also to play against him and also the other German guys and some old teammates of mine. But of course, Sonny is a great guy. He's a great footballer. A massive ambassador for the whole league. I think the supportership he bring to the league is amazing. Also what he had in Tottenham already. So not only in general to come to a league, seeing that the league is growing, have some brilliant football already. It's also like seeing old friends playing against old friends, and that's what I'm really looking forward to, and seeing these people competing against these people, and also maybe doing off the pitch something with each other. That would be really cool. Yeah.
All right. Any follow-ups, Fabian?
And then I was wondering, one more follow-up for Timo. What did you think of the league in the past kind of years, and then what do you think the future of the league holds? And And what do you feel like this league is a accomplishable goal in the next couple of seasons? Thank you.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like Bruce said, I think you can see definitely that the people who are coming in, I mean, maybe old players who were very successful in Europe, that they become younger. They are not coming over with 35 or 36. They are definitely 30, 31. So even that, the age became younger. Also, younger players from academies in America, they are going over to Europe. Maybe not straight away to the big teams, but they go to mid-class teams in whole Europe, competing there, being straight away first 11 players. And I think you can see where the level of MLS is growing. I think definitely the teams in MLS could play in some of the top Europe leagues. And I mean that's a good thing that it became a bit younger. The intensity gets higher, and all of this stuff makes it better for the league. And the same for us as the Earthquakes. And I think for the next year, we definitely want to be competitive. I mean, like Bruce said, the aim is to going to the playoffs, and in the playoffs, everything can happen. And so that's our aim, and then we go from there. And I think if we are in the playoffs, there are only one aim, and but that could happen. Or we have to see from game to game. But at the end, the first thing is going to be a competitive team and reach the players, and then everything can happen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Fabian. We will move on to Abram Heredia from Tectonic Takes. Go ahead, Abram.
Hi, Timo. First of all, welcome to the club. But
Thank you.
You spoke a little bit about young players coming out of the league, but acknowledging that this team has a lot of young players in the squad, how do you think you can impart your experience at the top level onto them?
I think that's definitely a big part. I think I know, or I hope that all the young players, they are very motivated to getting better, and I think to maybe see something, or not even like seeing something in training, but talk to a person like me or some other experienced guys. I think will help them to get even more experience, to be maybe sometimes a bit more relaxed. I think in young age, I can remember when I was young, sometimes you see some things always a bit more negative or maybe more anxious than you can see it when you're a bit older. So maybe you can learn from that you're a bit more relaxed, a bit more calm in situations. What means being calm in some situations is like also on the pitch to find the right solution, find the right pass. And I think for young players, it's always important to have people around them where you can learn from. I think I see it also in different teams before. We always had young players in all the teams I played. I was always also a young player. And I was very, very happy when we had at least 2-3 old guys who lead the team, that you don't have the pressure on yourself. And I think that's maybe the main thing what also Bruce says about leadership. I think it's not always to be positive and be there for everyone else, but also like that, especially the young players know they have a bit of relief that they are not maybe to carry everything, that they know in first instance, maybe the old guys, they go forward and they try, and then we can develop and grow as a flower in the back of them and being the best player they could be. And I think that's a bit of the aim, that they develop, that they can create them as a player, but still don't have this feeling we have to deliver, otherwise the team is going down. And that's a bit of to relieve that and give them a bit of this calmness. I think that would help them straight away.
And a quick follow-up, if I may. So Coach mentioned where he'd like to deploy you on the pitch, but if it were up to you, what would you say is your preferred position to play?
I think so. My best time, or my favorite time, what I loved the football the most, was at the Leipzig and Chelsea time, when I played as a second 9, as a bit more like a 10, like running around on the field, being on the right side, left side, going deep into the spaces, also coming into the ball, create something for other players. I think I can see myself very good in that. But yeah, like Bruce said, I think on a fast 9, being not this striker who holds the ball often, more like playing around a second striker. Be also creative, be on the ball, get as much as touches in a game, and don't wait until I get the ball in the box. So more likely to be the guy to create the situations in the box and also go deep and coming in front of goal. I think that's my preferred position, and yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. We'll move on to Jeff Weisinger for Bambino Sports. Jeff, are you there?
Hey, Timo, pleasure to meet you. Welcome to San Jose. Bruce, Happy New Year. Good to talk to you again. Timo, this one's for you. Considering how the last few years have gone for you, do you feel as if coming to San Jose now is kind of like the fresh start you needed?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you're not even coming to San Jose, but every time I changed my club, it was like like a change. It's always after the season in Leipzig when I changed to Chelsea was also like a change. You always have to show that you're a good player and show that you can deliver. And I think also like after a negative time, after the 6 months in Leipzig and the last 2 months in Tottenham, it was time for a change. And now it's the same situations when I went from Stuttgart to Leipzig or Leipzig to Chelsea. It's always the same. You always have to begin from new. You have new teammates. You have to deliver. And what happened the season before, if you scored 50 goals like I did, or you scored 0 goals like I did, makes no difference. You come to a new team. You have a new chapter of your life. You have a new experience, and that's how I see it. It's a new thing where you can show again or show from you that you are able to do things what other people can't do, and that's how I see it. And of course, now it's maybe a bit more of a change because you come from a bad experience, but I see it a bit like every change in my career, like every other change in my career. It's a new start, and you have to deliver, and that's how I see this thing.
And then one quick follow-up, Bruce, for you. You and I talked a lot last year about this being a rebuild and the process of this. A signing like Timo is probably one of the biggest in the history of the club, at least in recent history of the club. What do you say this signing does for how much does this signing raise the profile of the club kind of going forward?
Well, I think it does. It makes a statement that we're in the business of being successful as a club, and we've been a little bit dormant in the last 10 years or so, but we're headed in a new direction. We're looking to be successful. We want to have a good fan base. We want to put a good product on the field, and we want to be committed to winning in our organization. I think this signing makes that kind of statement.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
We just have a couple more. Brian Gingrich, your next Santa Cruz voice. Go ahead, Brian. Brian, are you there?
There. So, Timo, players who go very young, especially in Europe, say that they're often on autopilot earlier in their careers. Now that you're a little more mature in the game, how much is your game and your decisions more intentional? And they've mentioned her a couple of times. How much did your wife influence your thinking about a possible move to MLS and San Jose at this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think every player would tell you that if he's coming in my age, if we would know that what we know with 30 or 29, with 19 and 20, I would be definitely 100% a better player than I would be that I was with 19. But I think also when you are 19, you don't think about that many things like you do maybe with 30. So it's been like a balance. I think you have to appreciate both of your part of your careers, and also I don't feel like that for myself, but a lot of players also have to change their player style, because definitely with 19 you're way quicker than with 32 or 33. So you have to adjust to that. And I think, it's a bit of a development also through your career to adapt your aim and adapt the playoff style. And that's how you go through in a career, but that also makes it interesting in a career. And the other question is, definitely. I talk with my wife about everything, and she's a big part of my life and a big part of making decisions. And for her, it was always a big dream. She had at the beginning of our relationship, she was already in America for 6 months. So she always loved America. She was always there. She loved to go on holidays there. She never been to this area, but yeah, she was pretty open to this move. Of course, she was always a bit it's far away from family, far away from home. But at the end, she was always saying, "Yeah, let's do that. It will be a very good time. The coach is loving you. Is giving you a very good feeling. The people around the area, they showed you some love already." And I think you will enjoy the football there. You enjoy the life there. And I think that was a big thing for me, that she was always behind that move. And that's why I always also decided to go into San Jose and be happy to go there with my family.
Thank you, Brian. We have two more journalists. Penultimate one is Daniel Poulter from Poulter Talk Sports. Daniel, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'll make it quick. For Timo, is there anything about the Bay Area that you're really excited to kind of check out or see? It can be club related or just kind of lifestyle related.
In general, everything. I think the Bay Area gives you a lot of opportunities to enjoy your life. I think doesn't matter where you live, but the whole Bay Area, you are 30 minutes at the ocean, so you are at the beach. You have a lot of different teams what you can watch: NHL, NFL, baseball, basketball. So you have a lot of things in sport what you can watch, and also you can see San Jose, some very good restaurants. I heard some good restaurants in San Francisco, lovely places with Napa Valley, Silicon Valley, what you can see, a lot of things you never thought you would see, like, for example, Apple and Meta and all these big companies. And also being around people who are very impressive, who reach a lot of in their careers, in their lives, get to know them, chat with them. A lot of interesting things coming up there, and I'm really looking forward to meet people, see things, and enjoying the life there. The 300 Sundays, like Bruce said.
Thank you.
That's it?
Yep.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. This concludes our introductory press conference with Timo Werner. We want to thank everyone for joining us, and we'll see you this season.